with the Ball Sports Network. And today, 7 University of Kentucky basketball players declared for the NBA draft. That is 7, the top 7 scorers from last year's team that won the most games in the history of college basketball. The team that went 38-0 and then lost the Final Four to Wisconsin. Yeah, 7 of those guys are going pro. Now, the question I ask, of course, it's a question that probably gets brought up every year with Kentucky, with them losing 3 to 4 to this year 7 players to the draft. Is this good for college basketball? Now, Cal is don't feel bad for Calipari and the Wildcats because of this massive roster turnover. For any other program that would lose, first of all, most programs can't send 7 players to the draft. Then, if they were to lose that many players, it'd be a rebuilding year the next year. If you lose 1 or 2 or 3, Cal is going to restock. There's no rebuilding, it's reloading. He's going to get 3 to 4 to 5 McDonald's All-Americans to come play for his team next season. He already got 3 players in the top 50 of the class this season, and Scal Labrisier, who some say maybe the number 1 overall pick in 2016's draft. He had the number 1 pick most likely in this year's draft with Karl Anthony Towns, which also Jahlil Okafor declared early for the NBA draft out of Duke. But the question is this bad for college basketball? And in my opinion, yes, it is detrimental. We see these players, for most programs, you lose these players after 1 year, and you're never able to establish anything. You're never really able to build a team. If you get one-and-done players, McDonald's All-Americans that have the talent like Karl Anthony Towns or Jahlil Okafor, then most likely the NBA may be calling their names. That's why I'm a big advocate of high school players being able to declare for the draft, because I don't think that you would have this problem. It wouldn't be as big of a problem as it is now, because you would see the high school players that are NBA ready, like a Towns, like a Okafor, both were ready for the NBA out of high school. 9 months at Duke or 9 months at Kentucky didn't change how good they were. They would have been top picks in the draft whether they went to Kentucky or went to Duke. They'd have been top picks in last year's draft with Wiggins, or Wiggins and Jabari Parker would have never been in last year's draft. They'd been in the draft before because they were ready too. So they would have been top picks just a year earlier. You save the time for coaches who don't get as many players like Cal, like Coach K in their program. You save them the time of recruiting these guys and then losing them after 1 year and then having to rebuild your team. Then your team goes through a rebuilding year and you're not as good. And for most coaches, that can cost you your job. If you have a really good year with really good players, and the next season those guys are gone and your team is not good, and it may take you a while to rebuild. It may take you. That's not going to happen for Cal and the Kentucky Wildcats, but for a lot of people, that would hurt. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Is this detrimental to college basketball? Is this hurting college? Is the one and done continuing to hurt college basketball with 7 players leaving out of University of Kentucky? Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with Ball Sports. Thanks for listening. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace.